For over 30 years, Immigrant Women Services Ottawa has been serving immigrant and racialized women and their children by providing them the tools and support to enable them to thrive in our community. We believe that immigrant women have unique strengths and perspectives that can enrich our society and contribute to social change. However, we also recognize the challenges and barriers that they face, such as discrimination, isolation, language barriers, poverty, and lack of access to resources and opportunities. IWSO provides culturally responsive crisis counseling, settlement and integration, interpretation and translation services, public education, and outreach to immigrant and refugee women and their families. IWSO services include settlement and integration, helping newcomers achieve social and economic equality by removing them from isolation and helping them integrate into the community. The Crisis Intervention and Counseling Department provides a culturally responsive, non-judgmental service that focuses on the immediate needs of women and assists them as they try to cope with the trauma and crisis they are experiencing. The Language Services Department provides interpretation and translation services to help non-English or non-French speakers access services and support available to them in the community. Imagine arriving to a foreign country where everything is unfamiliar and different. You don't know how to speak the language, but you have to find a job, a school for your children, visit a doctor, open a bank account, among other things. It can all be overwhelming, and on top of that, you have to cope with the stress, anxiety, isolation that comes with being a newcomer. This is the reality of many immigrants who come to Canada every year, seeking a better life for themselves and their families. But it does not have to be this difficult to overcome these struggles. We can help. IWSO's Language Services Department aims to diminish the language barrier so that non-English or non-French speaking individuals can access services and support available to them in the community. We offer high-quality, prompt interpretation and translation services 24/7, including holiday and weekends, and are available in over 70 languages, serving the Ottawa region and the Valley, Kingston, Sudbury, and some clients Canada-wide. We also offer interpreter training, providing them with an orientation to sexual and domestic violence, anti-oppression training, and partner assault response. One of our services is the free interpretation service for victims of domestic violence, sexual violence, and human trafficking. This program is funded by the Ministry of Labour, Immigration, Training, and Skills Development to ensure that language barrier is not an obstacle for victims seeking help. For clients that do not fall under this criteria, we offer the fee-for-service or FFS language services for individuals who are not victims or survivors, or for out-of-region clients. The government-funded program covers most of the Eastern Ontario region, including the Ottawa region, Frontenac, Hastings, Lanark, Leeds and Grenville, Lennox and Addington, Prescott and Russell, Prince Edward County, Renfrew and Stormont, Dundas and Glengarry areas. Our language services are available in various methods: consecutive, simultaneous, and whispered, in settings such as face-to-face interpretation, over the phone, by video remote interpretation, group interpretation, message relay, and sight translation. We also offer high-quality and prompt translation for certified documents such as passports, birth certificates, academic transcripts, and more. Non-certified translation is for documents such as brochures, manuals, websites, and marketing materials for business and commercial needs. We also offer the Core Interpreter Training, which is an extensive program to equip our interpreters with knowledge on sexual violence, human trafficking, and anti-oppression. Do you know why you should not hire untrained interpreters? This scenario is common in cases where non-English speakers ask their relatives, friends, or even children to come with them to appointments with lawyers, medical checkups, or police services. However, this can have negative consequences for the clients, as they may not be able to convey the accurate and complete information that is needed. Untrained interpreters can add, omit, or alter important information, offer advice or editorial comments, be emotionally involved and biased, be uncomfortable interpreting sensitive issues, not respect confidentiality, misuse information, filter information in belief that they are protecting the client. Because of the kind of clients we work with, interpreter candidates must go through a stringent process before becoming an interpreter with IWSO. Candidates go through an interview to determine their suitability for the job. Then they are required to pass the Interpreter Language Skills Assessment Tool Test, or the ILSAT test. Once they pass the test, they undergo the Core Interpreter Training, which is 120 hours of training on ethical principles and standards of practice, medical and legal terminology, orientation to domestic violence, sexual violence, human trafficking, and partner assault response. The interpreter candidates are trained by qualified instructors and content experts using a curriculum commissioned by the Ontario Ministry of Labour, Immigration, Training, and Skills Development. Once they pass the assessment at the end of the core interpreter training, only then will they be able to start receiving interpretation assignments. Our interpreters also undergo regular professional development sessions to help them gain insight and current knowledge on various fields and have a better understanding of the clients they will be interpreting for. IWSO's Language Services Department works directly with organizations, centers, and agencies that provide support services, especially to immigrants, newcomers, and victims of violence and human trafficking. We understand that language barriers can make it difficult to seek help and to express your needs and rights. That's why we partner and collaborate with these service providers in bridging the gap and helping non-English and non-French speakers overcome the language barriers. Why should you choose IWSO to provide language supports for your clients? Hear it from our existing service providers.
IWSO has been a key partner for the success of our international and national meetings. Our partners across the world have greatly appreciated their skill, their professionalism, and their deep interest in the subject matter that they are interpreting. We hope to continue to work with IWSO for years to come.
I am thankful for the partner I have in IWSO and extend my sincerest thanks to all those in the Language Interpretation Department for helping both my clients and I to navigate through this new post-COVID reality and its related challenges.
IWSO is our first choice for assignments. IWSO's turnaround time is always very quick, and they have always been very professional and respectful with clients. We have never been disappointed.
To request a service, you can reach us through various methods. If you have an urgent need for interpretation or translation services, please contact us by phone. You may also get in touch with us through email or through our website. Visit IWSOLanguageServices.com. If you have any questions or want more information, reach out to us by email, info@IWSOLanguageServices.com. You can also connect with us through our social media channels. Follow IWSO Language Services on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We are here to help your clients overcome language barriers and access the support they deserve. We can help bridge the gap.